Hey, it's Michelle Nesky, the Posh PA, and I know that if you're a pre-PA, a PA student, or a practicing PA, that you have had some of what I am going to talk about today, and that is imposter syndrome. And if you're like, what is imposter syndrome? Well, it's pretty much the fear or anxiety or thought that you're not good enough, or you're not as good as somebody else, or that you're a fraud in some way. Now, these feelings can be totally normal throughout your PA journey, but today I'm going to give you my top 3 strategies on coping with imposter syndrome throughout the entire PA process. But if you have not already, smash this subscribe button right here. I'm here every week dropping new videos to help you get into PA school, become a successful student, and a fulfilled practicing PA. Now, I am sure that at some point during your PA school application process, you've thought to yourself, oh, why am I even doing this? I'm not as competitive as so-and-so. This person posted their stats. I'm not as good as them. Do I really even have a chance? Is this like a normal thought? Like, why should I even do this, right? Totally normal. But you do not want to let that comparison game and those negative feelings and thoughts about your application affect your actions in the application process. And this is true even if you are a PA student, or let's say a practicing PA in a brand new job as a new graduate, or maybe you just changed specialties and you feel like a fish out of water. These same thoughts and feelings can happen throughout this whole process. So my number 1 tip and strategy to help you cope with this is to, number 1, recognize that you're having this negative thought, because truthfully, your thought turns into belief, turns into your action. And so if you're saying to yourself, your thought is, I'm not as good of an applicant because I don't have as many patient care hours. So your belief is you're not going to get in because your patient care hours are low, and your action is you show up to your application like, I don't know why I'm even doing this. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to figure it out, right? And that's not showing up as your best self and your most confident self. And that's not going to put forward to an admissions committee or to your professors or to your new employer that you are confident and you are ready to do this, even though there are going to be challenges along the way. So recognizing that you're having that negative self-talk and thought, and really saying to yourself, I'm going to change this, and working on changing that thought so that you can have a stronger belief and action in yourself, that you can show up as your best self for whatever process you're going in. So first of all, recognizing, okay, I'm really talking negatively about myself right now. I need to get out of my own head. That's number 1. And then number 2 is you communicate that to someone else, or engage in personal development to help you gain tools to overcome that. What do I mean by personal development? I will tell you right now, one of my favorite books of all time is Mel Robbins' The High Five Habit. And every morning I high five myself in the mirror, because no matter what the day brings, I'm giving myself that one moment to recognize my achievements of the day before and the achievements that are about to come. And had I not listened to that book, I wouldn't have these thoughts. And there are so many podcasts out there with positive mindset and thinking to really give you the tools you need to change the thought in your mind. But also talking to someone else can really, really help you do that, because very oftentimes you can't see what other people see, right? You think that you only see the negative parts of yourself, whereas someone else can see your strengths so much better than you can. So sometimes by just verbalizing like, hey, Michelle, I am in a downward spiral here, and I need to get it out. I need to change my thought, and I need to move on from this. And I really need to show up in a different way. Whether maybe you're on a clinical rotation and you feel like you know nothing. Okay, like you're like showing up there and you're like, oh my God, I don't know anything. And these students know stuff and I don't know stuff. And you're starting to go down that path, and just pulling another student, just be like, stop, right? Stop that negative thought. We're all on the same playing field here. We're students to learn, and that's why we are here. So we need to show up confidently in what we do know and learn from what we don't know every day. And so really trying to embrace that and talk to other people and engaging in personal development will really help you with those tools to overcome those thoughts and feelings faster than you normally would. And number 3 is stop the comparison game and stay in your lane. Sometimes you just need to have tunnel vision, okay? What does that mean? It means pretend like you have blinders on and focus on what you do have and not what you don't have, right? So focus on your application, your statistics, your job qualities, your experiences, things you do have, and not the things that you don't have that other people might have. Once you start showing up on the forums and in the groups and start seeing all these people comparing their statistics, or saying they didn't get in, or it's their fourth time, or whatever it is, you're going to immediately start comparing yourself to them. And you're going to start saying, I'm not good here, I'm not good here, I'm not good here. Why am I even doing this? Right? I really advise you to, if you want to engage in those forums and groups, go in there and get the information that you need, because they do have great information in there and you can really ask questions. But don't get caught up in saying, oh my God, this person posted their statistics and they got into this program, I'm never going to get in with my GPA or whatever it is, right? And I will share a personal experience for you. I, as a new graduate, worked in internal medicine, but my second job was in oncology. And when I made that transition, I really struggled with the oncology lingo and the pharmaceutical names and things like that. And it would have been very easy for me to say, I don't know any of this. This is super overwhelming. There is no way I'm going to learn this, and go start looking for another job, right? Instead, I thought, you know what? I know how to take care of patients. Let me focus on what I do know and learn what I don't know along the way. And having a win every single day, whether your win was you understood one additional thing that day, or you wrote one more word of your essay, or whatever it is, and recognizing that achievement is also going to be your book of proof. And you are going to be able to say to yourself, hey, look at all my wins throughout this whole entire process. And so if you can write down 3 wins every night from your day over the course of the year, you're going to have an entire book of wins that you can refer back to and say, yeah, all this other negative stuff may have been going on or may have happened, but look at my book, right? And you can say, I am winning in these ways. So I kind of threw in a fourth one there, even though I said it was my top 3 strategies. But really the most important thing is, number 1, recognizing the negative self-talk so that you can work on number 2, communicating that to someone else, or engaging in personal development tools that will help you change that thought. Number 3, really focusing on what you're doing and not what everybody else is doing. And by doing that and writing down your wins every night, you too can conquer imposter syndrome throughout your PA journey.